Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. I want to put a ding in the universe. Design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. Quality is more important than quantity. One home run is much better than 2 doubles. Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. The ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. The people who are doing the work are the moving force behind the Macintosh. My job is to create a space for them, to clear out the rest of the organization and keep it at bay. The doers are the major thinkers. The people that really create the things that change this industry are both the thinker and doer in one person. I'm convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. It's not about money. It's about the people you have, how you're led, and how much you get it. It's not the consumer's job to know what they want. I'm as proud of what we don't do as I am of what we do. My motto for business is the Beatles. They were 4 guys who kept each other's kind of negative tendencies in check. They balanced each other, and the total was greater than the sum of the parts. I'm the only person I know that's lost $250 million in 1 year. It's very character building. You can build your own things that people can use. And once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. I would trade all of my technology for an afternoon with Socrates. Creativity is just connecting things. When you ask creative people how they did something, they feel a little guilty because they didn't really do it. They just saw something. It seemed obvious to them after a while. Innovation has nothing to do with how many R&D dollars you have. When Apple came up with the Mac, IBM was spending at least 100 times more on R&D. It's not about money. It's about the people you have, how you're led, and how much you get it. It's not the tools that you have faith in. Tools are just tools. They work, or they don't work. It's people you have faith in or not. A lot of companies have chosen to downsize, and maybe that was the right thing for them. We chose a different path. Our belief was that if we kept putting great products in front of customers, they would continue to open their wallets. I was worth about over $1 million when I was 23 and over $10 million when I was 24, and over $100 million when I was 25. And it wasn't that important, because I never did it for the money. I think if you do something and it turns out pretty good, then you should go do something else wonderful. Not dwell on it for too long. Just figure out what's next. In most people's vocabularies, design means veneer. It's interior decorating. It's the fabric of the curtains of the sofa. But to me, nothing could be further from the meaning of design. When you first start off trying to solve a problem, the first solutions you come up with are very complex, and most people stop there. But if you keep going, and live with the problem and peel more layers of the onion off, you can oftentimes arrive at some very elegant and simple solutions. When you're a carpenter making a beautiful chest of drawers, you're not going to use a piece of plywood on the back. Even though it faces the wall and nobody will ever see it, you'll know it's there, so you're going to use a beautiful piece of wood on the back. For you to sleep well at night, the aesthetic, the quality, has to be carried all the way through. That's been one of my mantras: focus and simplicity. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end, because once you get there, you can move mountains. The design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. You know, my main reaction to this money thing is that it's humorous, all the attention to it. Because it's hardly the most insightful or valuable thing that's happened to me. And we've all chosen to do this with our lives. So it better be damn good. It better be worth it. Be a yardstick of quality. Some people aren't used to an environment where excellence is expected. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end, because once you get there, you can move mountains. No one knows the future. When I look back on yesterday, I see tomorrow. I have to move forward with the belief that what I have achieved so far will continue with tomorrow. We're running out of time. Don't abandon your life for someone. Let's stop looking back on yesterday. Instead, let's develop tomorrow.